Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. I hope you have snacks. I hope you have drinks. Because today, I hope this is the finale of the Dark Souls 3 run. Today, we are going to be taking on the Ringed City, the second DLC of the game. As I said previously, I haven't gone through this DLC much. I have run like once or twice, so I don't remember exactly where everything is, but we'll go through this and we'll see what we can find. A few new bosses, new enemies, new gear and weapons, as well as new rings in this DLC, specifically +2 rings you can find here. If you play this DLC before you start New Game Plus, you can find +2 rings here. Not all, but some. So let's go and see what we can find in this abandoned place. There are new enemies, one of which is a angel type of enemy, so if they see you, they will attack you. So the idea of getting past them is to hide behind a cover, and then when they are not looking, you just run past them. There are sorcerers who summon them, so when you kill the sorcerer, you dispose of the angel enemy as well. There are a couple of them here. For example, that's the first one that you can see. So we don't want to get hit by those, so we need to find a source who summons that one and dispose of him in order for us to get rid of the angel. If they see you, they just keep shooting at you, so we don't want to get hit by those anyway. So yeah, these dudes hit really hard. Even if you are on a high level, for example, I'm currently 106. They still hit somewhat hard. So we don't want to take too much damage. And we have an invader as well. There we go. Finally got rid of him. Yeah, that was a player invader. Right, we got rid of him. Moving on. There's again that angel enemy. These are the ones who summon them, so get rid of him, you get rid of the angel enemy. And there goes the angel spirit. Bye-bye. So there are a few of these enemies in this DLC, and the ideal thing would be find some of them and get rid of them as well, so you could traverse the areas more safely. This is a shortcut. There should be a bonfire here. I can't remember was there or not. Yeah, there was.
Oh, look at you. You've got your head screwed on correct. Fantastic. To meet a kindred spirit on this god's forsaken crag. Call me Lap. I can't remember my real name, so let's just go with that. I have a feeling we're going to make a fabulous team. Oh, you'll see. You'll see. Oh, in all honesty, there's something I should tell you. I'm hollow. Yes. I try to play it off, but I haven't a clue about my past, who I was, or what I lived for. Not even my own blessed name. That's why I've come here, searching for the Purging Monument. Said to be in the Ringed City, where the pygmies who found the Dark Soul at the Dawn of Fire reside. All I can say is, those little stones aren't doing much to help me remember anymore.
So yeah, everything is in this DLC. It's pretty much harder than in base game. Everything wants to kill you much more faster. So we don't want to linger around more than necessary. And another drop down.
Oh, I know who you are. Great to see you still in one piece. God, I can see why they call this the dreg heap at the world's end. Mangled remnants from every age and every land. It actually sort of lends credence to the old rumours that the ringed city rests below it all. Don't mind me. You needn't worry yourself with this nonsense. I just wanted to tell someone. And I'm sick of old Humpty. I should stay quiet. Wait, I'll make it up to you. By letting you in on a secret of sorts. Past here, you'll find the remains of a giant earthen tower, half submerged in a poisonous swamp. Not a very nice place to visit. Only, there's precious treasure in the thick of the swamp. I didn't have any use for it, you see. So, sorry, I left the whole package behind. If I get the chance, I could go fetch it for you. But if that's too long to wait, go nab it for yourself. I know who you are. A righteous warrior. Yes? With a solemn duty to boot. Well, grab that treasure. That's as good a duty as any.
Right, so we know that there is a treasure in the poisonous swamp. So we might as well go and see where it is. Another one of these angel enemies. Just need to get past them as quickly as possible. And there's the poison swamp. And another angel enemy. So let's see if we could just run past everything here and avoid somewhat. Moss for removing the poison. And up the roots we go. There we go. Flame fan. That's an NPC enemy anyway, so she won't be coming back if we happen to die. Problem is that we do not have any healing anymore, so we need to find some way. There we go. So we are approaching the first boss of this DLC. I believe he's called the Demon Prince. There's two. He's gonna be appearing in two bosses, so there's two enemies to defeat, and depending on which one you kill first, he's gonna be merging himself with another one. So there's that as well. There's no players unfortunately here, so no aid for us. So let's see if we can take him on our own. We need to drop down all the way down there. And this is where the DLC begins. So Demon of Pain and Demon from Below. So depending on which one you defeat first, he's going to be merging with another. Anyone here? Nope. Oh, this is the NPC we met a few moments ago. The lab, and let's call him for aid. Popcorn. So might as well use his aid since there are two enemies here anyway. And something to remove the toxic. So yeah, this is just the first phase of the fight. He's gonna be merging with the. If he dies, the Demon of Pain gonna be merging with the Demon from Below. So you got another surprise coming, and because of that. So now they're both dead, and now begins the second phase. And here we have the Demon Prince. Just gonna take this slow and somewhat easy. Just few hits and then we try to evade most of his attacks as usual. There we go. Soul of the Demon. So this was kind of an intro to the DLC itself. Now we can actually go to the ringed city itself. And just proceed through here, and we should be in a ringed city after this. And here we are. This is officially Ringed City, the beginning of the Ringed City, so this is where we start officially our final DLC and the final stretch of this run. That area there, the small half moon with that big giant at the end, he will summon archers, a lot of archers, so we do not want to get hit there.
They brought thee here, did they not? Dost thou the gods serve, or merely that role affect? A lie. A wretched lie. How wouldst one such as thee do service to the gods? Thy scheme is known to me. I know what it is thou desirest. The dark soul, no? Why else wouldst one deign to visit this dung heap? Give rest to thy falsity. I would be an ally to thee.
So we might as well, before we go further, we might as well go grab some level.
Ashen One, thou wishest, then call upon me. I am a firekeeper, thou'st give. Very well, then take. Mayst thou thy peace discover.
If you're interested to know what my next stream will be, I'm gonna giving a small hint. There's a character named 621, codename Raven, and if you know who that is and from what game he is, then please don't spoil, but that is gonna be my next stream. So yeah, as long as the giant rings the bell, these archers will continue to be summoned, so we need to get rid of the giant. Oh yeah, I completely forgot that there is a fire-breathing enemy as well. Oh well. Let's try and just get past these as quickly as possible and get rid of that giant. Embering up, and it's on again. There's a ledge down from this balcony. So we could basically drop down just there and run past this. That's like one way to avoid this. Drop down and try not to die. There are at least 2 or 3 of these different giants, like in this whole area. I don't remember exactly, but there's one there. The other one is at some kind of a lake, I believe. Let's try and run past here like so. Then down here. This will give us a little breather from all of those archers. More crafting item. Hehe. Exactly. Hehe. Hehe. Funny, right? And then just run. Run and dispose of this ugly dude. Perseverance. Perseverance is the key for beating all of these enemies. There we go. Now the game is loaded. Good. Good.
Many of us are by the fire, forsaken. I speak of thine kind and mine. Behold this city. We are kindred, but like two eyes which gaze upon the other. Fear not the dark, my friend, and let the feast begin.
There we go. We need to make our way down. We're also going to be making our way down there a little later. There's going to be again a huge dragon or wyvern, whichever one it is. coming to greet us, and a few boss battles as well. Oh dear. Lots of ambushes is here. And we have again that old man sitting there. Since we already got past him, we don't need to bother with him anymore. Since they respawn every time you either die or sit at the bonfire, so no need to bother ourselves with him. We can just go past him. We're just gonna run and pay him no mind. Yes, Tony, exactly. Dear. Oh dear. Get rid of him, and let's try not to be ambushed this time again. This I believe is a shortcut, yeah. You need to go from the elevator to get here. You need to like run around this complex to get back there. And activate the elevator to get back to this place, and then we're just gonna proceed onto the lake. Get rid of him. Get rid of them as well. And we are in the inner city already. There might be one or two mandatory invasions. But this place is also famous for player invasion as well. This armor that he is wearing with the Dark Sigil, you can actually get that armor for yourself. More upgrade items, nothing we need to worry ourselves with. Yeah, these enemies inflict curse as well, so we don't want to get hit by that neither. Let's try this again. So yeah, we want to basically get rid of all of those blue cleric-like enemies, since they are casting a sigil spell on us. If we get hit by it, we will take constant damage whenever we hit the aura that they cast. We do not want that for us, since it deals damage to us constantly, and it basically hinders our damage dealing progression towards other enemies. More Titanite chunk. We can get rid of him as well. Just drop down on the chandelier and so, and then here in the between level of the first and second floor. Now we can get rid of him. Now he won't be bothering us anymore. And hopefully now we can take care of this here. Yes, you specifically. There. And we can proceed onwards.
Speak thee the name of God, thine own God, if thou canst recall. Ah, then thou'st not forgotten. Perhaps 'tis why we may converse. I am known as Shira, servant to the Princess Filianor, matriarch of the Church. They who attend the God's name will please to be where she lies.
Great. Forward while speaking to an NPC. Not good. I don't know about you guys, but for me, the Souls games are why I like Souls games. It's because they kind of make you play better each time you die, as if you should learn from your own mistakes, if you can, of course. That one, at least this way of thinking is appealing to me when I play Souls games. So if I die, it's because my own fault, and I'll try to play better next time. So I don't know how you feel, but this is what I've come to understand from my own play style. And here we have helping hand. So might as well use help of another player. So whoever you are, thank you. It's good to see that there are still players playing this DLC even now in 2025. So the game is not completely dead. It's actually one of the reasons, for example, even in this day and age, like in 2025, you may find more players in Dark Souls games, like in Dark Souls 1, 2, or 3, than in Elden Ring, for example. Just because Dark Souls games are more like linear and concentrated in terms of pathfinding. So you have a one simple path that you can progress, which is much more easier to navigate than in Elden Ring, where you have huge open world. And everybody wants kind of explore by themselves, unless you have like specific goal with your own friend group that you want to do. Get rid of all of these. Get rid of him. So now we are approaching another one of those lake areas where there is another giant summoning those archer and melee enemies. So we just need to get past these and we should be in the lake area. And another one of those three enemies. Sorry. So yeah, he got first. That's why we don't want to be too near of these. We don't want to get first by them as well.
One met the dark with learning, but in the end, fear not the dogma, and let peace begin.
Just need to find our way past this lake, so... Oh, another friendly player. Oh, unfortunately wasn't able to come to our aid, but that's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. Ring City is, in my opinion, one of those DLCs that, if you can get a friend to help you here, I would recommend 2 players here. Even though the game will scale you to both of you, but it's still better to get through this DLC with 2 players rather than 1, just because of the enemy types that there are here. The ones that inflict curse or the giant enemies, it's just easier to get by with 2 players, and it's more fun, I think, rather than just going alone. Nope, nobody here. Makes game more bearable if you play with 2 players. There we go. Something of him. Let's see if our friend was here. Nope, nothing. Oh, let's hope we could come across somebody else to help us, but it's fine if we don't. We could leave our own mark here as well if we want. For now, we're just gonna proceed onward Blessed gem again, dealing the holy damage. If you want to infuse your weapon, you can infuse it with blessed gem to do holy damage. There's our friend. We might as well summon him. See if he will put his sign down here again. Maybe he will. We don't know he won't be casting his sigil on the ground anymore. Nope. We don't want to stay here any longer than we need to, so we could just proceed into the lake. We're gonna be finding one of those giants here again. There he is. We just basically run past him. We don't need to bother ourselves with him since he is pretty dangerous to deal with. Not impossible, but annoying, especially if you're alone here. Since he does summon his archers. We're just doing him a favor and get ourselves skilled, so we don't want to do that. And now we are on the other side. So that over there where we came from, I believe, yeah. So now we can just proceed onward. No need to bother ourselves with these. There are items here and there to pick up. For example, on that ruined building, there are a few items there as well. More upgrading items for us. Not that we need that many. So yeah, that hammer spirit that is following us, this one, he is summoned from that giant. So as long as the giant lives, he probably will be summoning either hammer spirit or a archers. But we're not gonna bother with him. So we're just gonna go and see what we can find while making our progress through the city. I don't remember if the Dragon Slayer armor will be respawning after you dispose of him the first time. Honestly, no idea. There we go. And there's his whole set. I wonder if it's any good, actually. Can't remember. It is somewhat good. It is a little lighter than our current, but it does look somewhat cool, so... Dynamite scale. These are all enemies. All of these. Just need to remember where to go next, since this is an edge of the area. He won't be getting on. Get rid of him. Okay. There we go. I think it was this way where you needed to go in order for you to progress. More upgrade items. This will take us back around the giant. We don't want that. We really don't want to deal with it. And we will find our way eventually. Just let's keep going forward and see if we can find our path. I remember that we needed to come here to this lake, but I just don't remember where to proceed after here. After you get here, where do you need to go? That's the thing. Yeah, we need to make our way across the bridge to meet the wyvern. Yeah, that's how it goes. Yep, there we go. There should be a huge fiber coming from that bridge once we start the crossing. And we are back at the bonfire. So this is the shortcut that we just got a few moments ago. Now that we have plenty of souls, might as well use them and gain another level. Since there really isn't reason not to get another level, so might as well.
Then call up Ida. Very well, then take. Let these souls be drawn. Mayst thou thy peace.
I believe it was inner wall that we just came from. It was the second. It was the street. Ring City Streets bonfire that we just came through and where we need to progress. We're going to be making our way across that stone chasm and into the chapel. In the chapel there, if I remember, either 2 or 3 NPCs. And the thing is that if you have an online on, if your status is online and you're embered, there is a chance that one of the enemies that spawns there can be a player. So when we go there, there's a chance that one of the enemies is a player. Not always, but there is a small chance. So there's that. But yeah, we're gonna be. There should be a huge wyvern coming up. There he is. So let's just keep moving, and we're not gonna be staying here more than we need to. We don't want to get cooked. Just wait out the flames and we can go. This tower can be a little puzzling, so you can go either up or down, but to get down you need to drop from specific ledges, and to go back up you need to run around the tower itself. And we have another invader. This one, I don't know if this is an NPC or not. Oh dear. Yeah. And now we need to make our way again past the stone bridge. We need to be really careful not to get cooked. Yeah, so this is an NPC because he's the same. He's invading again at the same spot, so we know that this is an NPC invasion. There we go. Won't be bothering us anymore. Blindfolded mask item. Oh, we should be heading up. Maybe down. This is another one of those places that I honestly don't remember. Did you need to go up or did you need to go down? We can try and head down instead. There's no ledge here. There's a ledge there. Another one of the blessed gems. Nothing here. Nothing special. This one I don't know. I can't see the chain. And apparently it was a mimic. How lovely. Is up. So just heading down again. Now because we know this is a mimic, we can throw it under Hunter Charm and give it a few good smacks. Ring of Evil Eye +3. What does this do? Absorbs HP from each defeated foe. Useful. Though I don't know how much that is. But we can always try it later. Crystal Lizard and another pitfall. Yeah, so the amount isn't even that much. It gives you a small slither of health. I would say this ring is almost useless. Like, it does give you a little bit of health back, but nah. Not gonna waste my time with this. This will bring us back there. And this will take us up where we just came from. Yeah, I think we need to make our way up. There we go. We weren't that far off from the bonfire anyway, so good thing we made it here. Right, proceeding onwards. I think now we are nearing one of the big chapels here. Yeah, no, I'm not even gonna bother with you. There should be an illusionary wall somewhere here. Is it this one? Nope. There we go. And another wall. And another one. I think this was it. This was all the illusionary walls there were. Taking care of them. And another crystal. More upgrade items for us. So yeah, this is one of those grand chapels that where we're gonna be facing the NPC enemies. And there is a small chance that one of the NPCs, instead of being an NPC, can become a player invader. Ring Knight paired greatsword, so these are one of the better greatswords. If you want to duel with two awesome huge swords, you can. You just need 4 strength. These are strength dexterity based weapons, but these are awesome looking. You have 2 greatswords in your hands. How much do they need? 15 dexterity. Yeah, it's fine. I think we can work. We can work with our ultra great sword as of now. So.
Visitor, return from whence thou camest. The abyss runneth deep by the king's decree. None may disturb our mistress's slumber.
So yeah, there is sometimes a chance that one of these enemies is another player.
Spear of the Church, sworn defender of our Princess Filianor. Hearken to the call that summons thee. Make haste.
So yeah, that was the player. The blue one was one of the players. And in order to pass this, you need to defeat them. So it's almost random what you're gonna get or who you're gonna get. But if you are offline, if you don't have your internet connection on, you can basically just summon an NPC to fight against you, making it a little bit easier instead of a player. The similar mechanic was implemented before Dark Souls 3 in Demon Souls. So when you fought the monk, the chances were that if you had an online connection, you were able to fight against another player instead, so that Monk was the player if you have your online connection on. So the idea here is that all of the ring city that we were in was pure illusion. And now that the shell have been broken, in fact, the illusion has passed. And now we see the ring city as for what it truly is. Just a desolated wasteland. This is the reality of the ring city. The city itself is long gone, and in its place is just a desert. And I think another level is in order. Do we have souls? Do we have enough everything?
Ashen one, thou, then I am thou. Very well. That mayst thou thy peace
And we have a friendly player here, Luna. I don't remember that was Luna an NPC or not. That one I can't remember. But we do have one final boss fight before DLC ends. Yeah, this DLC is again somewhat short. It is a little bit larger in area than Painted World, and I know that I did left some items like I didn't find all the items, I didn't find all the gear, but we did proceed through most of the DLC. So now we have one last boss fight to go.
Filianor, help me, please. The Red Hood is come to eat us, to eat our dark souls.
So now we are gonna go face to face against Slave Knight Gale. That is the same knight who sent us to the painted world of Ariandel. So yeah, this is the final boss of the DLC. After this, the DLC is basically complete, and we have gone through all of the Dark Souls 3, the base game and the both DLCs. Let me know what you think overall in general about the game. Was it a good experience? Was it pleasant to watch? Was it horrible to watch?
For my lady's painting.
And the second phase.
Is this the blood? The blood of the dark
It's
soul.
all awesome. Good. there we go. Final boss of the DLC. And with this, we have completed the whole game. So, I hope you enjoyed the journey with Sir Istapegi as he made his way through Lothric and Painted World and the Ring City. Yeah, it was quick. The small DLCs, there's really not much in terms of bosses. A few new bosses, few new items. The locations themselves are good. I think the Ring City is a little bit larger than Painted World, but in terms of a content, like there's a huge amount of lore again to discover. Unfortunately, I'm not a Souls nerd, so I can't tell you about the lore. But the DLC, yeah, it was over even before it began, so to speak.
Thou, then I, thou. Very well, then take. Mayst thou thy peace.
Yeah, with that, we have completed the Dark Soul 3. I thank you all for watching, who did watch, who did enjoy. If you did enjoy, leave a like. If you didn't enjoy, leave a comment or leave a thumbs down. I would really appreciate it if you did leave a comment, what you did like or what you didn't like. The next game is gonna be a little bit different. Mind you, it will be also from software. But in terms of gameplay and like the whole atmosphere, it's going to be a completely different. And as I mentioned somewhat at the start, we are going to be jumping into the shoes of 621, codename Raven. For those of you who do know, please don't spoil. But for those of you who don't know, well, I hope to see you next time, and we're gonna be taking a look into a faster paced game.
Pretty be careful.
But yeah, thanks for all of you who did tune in, and I hope to see all of you next time. But for now, everybody praise the sun and have a good day, evening or night. I'll see you next time. Thanks and bye.